morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue. Oh goodness, right off the bat. I even tested it all the way up here. And it's Mr. Apollo. Morning, Noor. Hey, Lisa. I can hear him. Let me get through this gate real quick. Morning, Dad. Get this gate closed. There we go. Hey, Marlene. Rare, rare. It's Mr. Apollo. He's got a lot to say this morning. You got a lot to say, sir. Let's not get yelled at today, though. Let's make sure everybody sees the rest of your cage. So Apollo, that's his favorite den spot. He can see the keepers coming from here with breakfast. It's almost breakfast time. I heard all the keepers say they were done with walkouts. So any minute we'll hear feeding carts. Mr. Apollo, got a lot to say, sir. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. What are you talking about? I know. He's got tunnel vision. He's like, you don't have the food, therefore I'm not that interested. Hi. Good morning, sir. It's really funny, when I first became a keeper here, he never really made a lot of noises. And now he's full of noises. So Apollo's a Siberian Lynx. They are related to Bobcats, but he's not a Bobcat, he's a Lynx. He was one of our original fur farm rescues in the 90s. He was born in 1997. Yes, you're very, very vocal today. Well, as I mentioned, he's quite old, so he gets supplements for his old age. Yes, I know. Gets around just fine, though. He'll run to lockout. He'll leap up onto this den. Doesn't let his age slow him down. Don't let that age slow you down. If you times a cat's age by 6, that's what they would be in human years, so he's quite old man. I know. And again, that's just the top of his den area. He has this entire enclosure here. He's just excited for breakfast, therefore he is hanging out in that front section. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. So, we are getting rid of the stabilizer again. It's day 2 of being handheld. Sorry, it'll be shaky. I wanted to see if Running Bear was out. Running Bear's pretty smart. He stays in bed until it's officially breakfast. So let me see. Although sometimes he's very sneaky. And he's hanging out in the ferns and you don't even notice. Well, okay, so I see people are still questioning his enclosure. You see him up front there. He has all of this. But the reason he's up front is because that's the closest spot he's gonna see the keepers coming with his food, which there's Marie, Master Keeper Marie. Good morning. Marie has supplements for Apollo. Is it Apollo or Running Bear?
Both of them.
Both of them. Well, maybe we'll get Bear out of bed then. So you can see Apollo has...
I know, my God. Oh boy.
He was like, you took forever. Good job, sir. So that's just a supplement piece that he gets, and then the next thing he'll get is a full breakfast. So Marie has to wake up Running Bear. He always spends time in this back den. There he is. He's such a swatty bobcat. I was doing operant with Running Bear for over a year, and he never improved that swattiness. He's such a bad boy. All those
Two out of 4.
2 out of the 4, yeah. Aww. So Running Bear also gets a supplement.
Hi, sir. Can I say hi to you real quick?
You're probably gonna give me, yes, you're gonna give me attitude. This is Running Bear Bobcat.
A scrouchy old man. I know, but you're so beautiful.
I love the white like eyeliner that he has. He's like, well, now I can go maybe up closer so I can wait for breakfast. Yeah, lynxes and bobcats are basically like cousins. Lynx are bigger, and their tails look like they've been dipped in black ink, whereas bobcats have like a white stripe under their tail. They all range in size and coloration depending on the region that they're found. He's gonna be so mad that I followed him. It's really funny because, again, we worked together for like a year and a half. You just gotta respect that Running Bear is who he is. Hi, silly boy. I fell in love with Running Bear because Running Bear, yes, and Little White Dove were assigned to me for my first set of operant cats ever. And both of them were just so fierce. He certainly hasn't lost that. You can see a little white dot walking around in the background. That's Pharaoh. He also gets a supplement in the morning.
Where are you going, Bear? Where are you going now? Hi.
So he's giving you a perfect example of how these cages work. He can walk from one area to another through a bunch of doors and tunnels, and he is going back to bed. He's like, the next person can come wake me back up. All right. And Apollo is back up on his den, waiting for the next person to come with food. Let's walk back and see if we can see Loki. Thanks to everybody who's helping answer questions for me. Especially when I'm hand holding the camera. Makes it extra hard for me to read what you guys are saying. There's little Loki.
Hi, Loki.
You can spot him there next to the den, a little dark area there.
Hi, sweet boy.
Oh, he's gonna go in his den.
All right, we're gonna go over here then. We're gonna go over here then. Hi, sweet boy. There's sweet little Loki. Where are you going? Here he goes.
So you can see he has tunnels and doors.
Good job, sweet boy.
He's got a really nice big tall platform you can see. He went through a phase where he really liked it up there, but I haven't seen him up there lately. He's been hanging in the den.
Where'd you go, silly?
He's like, I'm gonna go wherever you can't see me. There he goes. Silly Loki. Loki turns 5 years old this month. Back to the den. I'm like the fake out treat lady because I feed them all from time to time. But sometimes in the morning when I walk around and I'm just doing the camera, they run to me immediately because they think food. And then they sniff at me and then they're like, nope, no time for you. Hi. Hi, cutie pie. This is Frankie Bobcat. Yeah, we're doing littles again today. That's mainly because we have a lot of little cats that hardly ever get seen or get any good attention. We have far fewer tigers. We only have 2 lions. Manny steals the show all the time, so I like to give these guys their time. This is Gilligan. So you can see Gilligan is a Canada lynx. So he's a lynx just like Apollo, but a totally different region. So his coloration would make him blend a little bit better for Canada. Yes, all that snow. Look how giant his feet are. They're like built-in snowshoes. And he practically doubled in size as soon as it got cold. He floofed up. Look at that floofy tail. And he's gonna show us his feeding lockout because he's like, this is why you're here, right? So you can see that little box extended off the side of their much larger cage. That's where they know they can go for food and water. But they all have various water bowls, like you see Gilligan has one there too.
What you doing? Are you so excited? It's almost breakfast.
We feed the cats every day between 8 and 9 a.m. It's the most active time of the day for them. They'll eat, then they'll groom, and then they will sleep all day.
Why you keep spraying over there? What you doing?
Wish I knew what he was thinking, other than thinking about food. He's just like, I'm gonna be a statue. Meanwhile, this one is getting all the exercise. Yeah, Frankie really did come out of his shell. I mean, they said the facility he came from said he was really aggressive and didn't like having neighbors and was super, super old. Like, they thought he was like really, really old. We're guesstimating him to be about 13 years old. Oh, that's the sound of the food carts. But Frankie actually really enjoys having Gilligan as a neighbor. They're always kind of out along the same fence line.
I hear a food cart, sir. So exciting. Yeah, super exciting. All right, good boy. You enjoy breakfast.
Looks like he's already kind of starting to shed around his tail. It's been really cold, like 30s and 40s at night, 50s and 60s during the day. Today is actually supposed to be a high of 80, so it's gonna throw us all for a loop. Let's go say hi to Zucari. Trying to show you guys cats, different cats each day, as much as possible. There's Zucari. Also super ready for breakfast.
Hi. Oh, that's just not very nice. Hi.
This is Zucari. He's an African serval. That's the traditional serval hello.
Hi. Are you a cute boy?
Zucari has like a baby face. Zucari came in from the same rescue as Cyrus and Chaos.
Where are you going?
All the way up. It's his lookout spot. He can see the keepers coming.
Hi. What a good boy.
So he was housed in a basement in Ohio for the breeding industry. Yeah, I have a couple servals for just some unknown reason really dislike me. I'm sorry, I didn't do anything. And Zucari and Nala are two of them.
Oh, that was a very big leap. Good thing you're a youngin'. I know. Good thing you're a youngin'. You gonna go back up and do it again?
His enclosure actually goes beyond that den. Literally as far as the eye can see, there's a white den back there, all the way back there. That's as far as his enclosure goes. I think he's gonna show you the example. It's fine, we'll go out this gate here. So that's still Zucari there, going all the way down. It's because he hears a golf cart, so he's like, that might have food on it. Go out this gate. Here we go. Yeah, I don't feel too bad when the servals snub me because there aren't many of them that bond to anyone really.
Hi. Yes, still Zucari, all the way down.
So you can see he's all the way at the end of his enclosure now.
There's Miss Servie.
That very loud call you hear is Hutch, also a serval. Sorry, it's hard enough to get these gates open and closed, but when you're hand holding the camera too, it's even worse. Okay.
Hi, Miss Servie. Hi, sweetness. Good morning. Good morning. I know, I don't have the treats.
Yeah, the hiss is the official serval hello. I don't take any kind of offense to that. Nope. I'd actually be offended if they didn't hiss at me.
Hi.
So the reason we have a lot of servals here at Big Cat Rescue is because, again, people do try to domesticate them. Savannah cats are created by breeding a serval with a domestic cat. And if the serval doesn't kill the cat and they actually have kittens, you get cats like King Tut and Beecher. So we have a lot of servals that are either someone's attempt at having a pet, there goes Sheena, or someone that was used for breeding of Savannah cats. And as you can see, they are really not very friendly.
Hi, Kricket. Hi. This is Kricket. Oh.
And Sheena's back out.
Hi. Yeah. You and Hutch talking?
She's so darn cute.
You're very cute.
You can see she has a little bit of limp and her tail's curled. That's because her previous owner was feeding her a vegan diet, which is terrible for a wild cat. They are pure carnivores. Sheena is the one that has the blood allergy. I personally believe it's probably due to the domestic cat food that they were feeding her when she was owned as a pet. This is Sheena here. And that's Servie in the background, who we just saw. So Sheena has a blood allergy, so no beef or bloodsickles or any red meat at all. So she is a fish and shrimp and chicken kind of girl.
Hi. At least we get to see you.
She's very beautiful. She looks like the perfect serval, just good weight. Same with Ginger. Ginger's one of those. I always call her the perfect serval.
Hi, Kricket. I know. I know. Ah, okay. Crick, stay right here, lady.
I know, she's been making the cutest noises.
I know.
So Master Keeper Cindy just said that we're closing the cats out of the back bubbles and just into the front bubbles because we're going to do a project where we're raking leaves and picking up sticks back behind. We always move the cats away.
Kricket.
She's been kind of pacing, so she'll probably come back up front.
There she goes. Good girl, Crix.
Yeah, and her little limp has been noted, so no worries there.
Hutch, we're coming.
That's Hutch, the one that you hear in the distance, talking to Kricket. They're like, hurry up! You can see Hutch over there. Huh? I did, yeah. I cut about 5 inches of my hair off, yeah.
Cut off another person.
I did, yeah. I did. It was just getting to be too much.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see Hutch here. We'll
say bye to Kricket. Bye, Crix. All right, let's go say hi to Hutch.
There's Sheena again. All right. Oh, yeah, I have really, really long hair, and it just was getting to be too much. So I chopped about 5 inches off. Cindy, and it's down for some reason today because it's not 80 degrees yet.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Hutch. Are we going on a walk? I thought we were gonna hang out. Can we just hang out for a minute? We don't need to see your cute tail. Hey. Hutchie.
Hutch. Luckily, he's another cat that has started like doing this. I always get that end of him, but he's not spraying me, so that's a plus side.
Silly Hutch. Hi, Vicky. Now you're super quiet now that we're over here.
Now the one sounding the alarm is Beecher. This is the noisy, chatty section of the sanctuary. So Hutch actually came from the same facility. He was a previously owned pet that was at the, I believe, the Bush Wildlife facility in Jupiter, Florida. And Carol had gone over to pick up some bobcats that were going to be rehabbed for release. And Hutch was there, so she came back with Hutch, but that's when she first saw Frankie. Tried to ask them if we could take Frankie, and they didn't want to let him go in the beginning, but when she went back for another bobcat, I believe it was Echo, she magically came back with Frankie. It was such a great day. He was just such a beautiful bobcat, and He's really flourished and come out of his shell here. He is just super into whatever's gonna come down that path. It's where the food cart's gonna come from. He knows it. Should we go see? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's, Hutch has also been documented for a limp. A lot of times it's because of diet, or they get out here and they start chasing things, so no worries. It was about almost 2 weeks ago, but he's doing well. He's been in the hospital recently, and there was no major issues, but he's also getting up there in age. All right, let's go see what Beecher's doing. Yeah, I actually noticed it maybe 2 weeks ago on one of my lives, and I showed the video when I reported it. Here's Beach Boy. Hi, Beecher. So Beecher is a Savannah cat. Meow. Hi, handsome. Hi, cutie pies. So Beecher is the result of someone paying a whole lot of money, like over $10,000, I think. Yeah, for a Savannah cat, which is like an African Serval, like the ones you just saw, mixed with a domestic cat. The reason they try to do that hybrid is so that it'll come out with the exotic look of a wild cat, but the domesticated behavior, and they usually get the opposite.
Beecher, you're so silly.
He is an incredibly handsome cat, but the owner gave it about 3 years and just realized it was probably never going to get better. He's definitely a wild one. He's done really, really good in his outdoor enclosure too. Find the Beecher. They all want to walk me to lockout. It's really silly.
All right, come here, Cyrus. Cyrus, come on, big boy. Here he comes. Hi, silly. Hi.
This is Cyrus Caracal.
So exciting. Yeah. Who is the best boy? Is it Cyrus? Yes, it is.
Oh, so much energy. I need all of your guys' energy in the mornings. Yeah. Here he goes. He's got a lot of different sections of his enclosure, so you can see he's got to check all of the bubbles that are closest to the way the food cart's gonna come. I see Chaos over there. Let's go say hi. Of course, Beecher made his way up to his high point. Hi, Beach. I haven't had either of the Caracals try to mark me. And yes, if you do a private tour, let me try to explain. Here comes Hutch again. If you do a private tour with like Barb and you do request to see certain cats, so this is the tour path here. If you come to Beecher and Hutch, the cage like right straight down the middle is Cyrus. There's potential to see him from this direction if he's all the way over, which he does actually hang out in this bubble a lot.
I hear you. Let's go see Chaos, though. Hi, Chaos.
I like that she has started the chin rubbing. Cyrus yelling at me. Hi, baby.
I know. We're not as close of friends as me and Cyrus yet, but I'm working on you. And there she goes. There's Miss Chaos. Out of sight.
Actually took some new photos yesterday, and when I came out she was sitting up on top of her den next to her Christmas tree. First time I've seen her next to it, so I got some great photos, but I'm like a couple months late. Couple months late. Ooh, big stick. Alright, let's walk around the corner here. So Ginger's still on funcation, but she should be heading home tomorrow. Diablo is in a great place, so I'm gonna see if he'll stay there. He's on top of that platform.
Hi, Diablo. Can I just show them all how beautiful you are? Hi. Oh, it's okay. I just wanted to show them how pretty you are.
Diablo is also a Savannah cat. Not super friendly, obviously. Although I don't know that he quite lives up to the name he has, but...
Hey, just for a second, okay? Just for 1 second. There we go. Good job, bud.
Yep, I believe, don't hold me to this, but I believe Cully Tiger will be the next one going on vacation tomorrow. But things change. But I believe it's my Cully girl.
Hi. You are doing so good, thank you.
Well, I think that this is going to be it for today. If you guys joined in late, you can always rewatch it. Facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. And I've started listing each cat that we see on these walkabouts. That way it might be easier to search. It occurred to me when we lost Riza, everybody was wanting to go back and see those morning lives where she was being so cute and playful and adorable. And I hadn't had the cats listed to like search for them. So now I am gonna start adding that in each time the live is over. That way if you ever wanna go back in and try to find one that you missed or a specific cat, you can do that. So thank you guys so much for joining and answering questions for me today. I really appreciate it. This is Chaos again. So thank you. I hope you all have a great day. We may do birthday snacks later on today. I'm not positive. And then tomorrow should be cat move day, so I'm gonna try to tag along with a few of those. So I will see you again later.